Welcome to the third session of Women in Tantra and Awakening of the Sacred Womb. But this is why you have to work with the planets and the goddesses.
Well, it would be safe to say that the chakras are connected to the planets at the end of the day.
Yeah, end of the day, the chakras are connected to the
So
and
the nine grahas are, you know, very energetic, and even in the birth charts, it will show. For some people, it will actually show. For example, my birth chart, Durga is the goddess that rules my chart.
Yeah. When you talk about Durga, you're actually talking about Kali as well.
Ah, okay. That clears it up.
They're both one and the same.
Gotcha.
It's just that one is fair and the other one's dark. So for Kali Yuga, when you think of Durga, you think of Kali. Durga gives you strength. If you do Durga mantra, when you go Om Hrim Shrim Dum, when you do that Dum, that Dum permeates your whole body, moves around every cell in your body.
Okay.
Durga, Durga, Dakshani, Swaha. That gives you that strength. And I normally like my students to have their hands out on both sides, stretched out, so that they feel the strength in the heart chakra. So there is, yeah, you're fortunate that you have Durga as your goddess.
Yeah. You know, it was to my own learning or exploration, to the discovery of the grahas that are problematic are in relationship to the chakras that are problematic.
Yeah. All the goddesses, all the grahas, your chakras are influenced by them. So it's good to basically, if you have Kali, if you're devoted to Kali, okay, which is Durga as well, then you find that the energy going through your whole body will go through your spine and clear your chakras instead of doing this chakra sounds. I find the chakra sounds don't work as well as doing the mantras in the correct way, and especially doing Ganesh mantra when you go Glum Gang Ganapade, that glum gang really goes down your spine and helps get rid of the cobwebs in the spine, which is basically your emotions. Yeah, Nova.
Babaji, I wanted to ask what the correlation, because I know you teach this, about the chakras and the correlation it has with the microcosm and the macrocosm, dealing with our spinal cord being the Meru.
Yeah.
I recall that in some of your teachings. Is there a specific mantra that we should focus on, or the ones that you've given us are good enough?
Good enough. And I'm taking you step by step into them.
Okay, thank you.
Because basically, we are a mirror image of the macrocosm. We are the microcosm. So Tantra is about discovering the microcosm so that we can be connected to the macrocosm. See, we are both one, yet we're so disconnected. So your mantra practices creates a bridge, and eventually we'll merge into one. That's when you get into samadhi. Okay, that's a long journey ahead of us. Basically, what we're trying to do now is to get the spine clear, get rid of the emotional memories that we stored in all the chakras, which is the cobwebs that are around our spine. So a combination of Ganesh, Kali. Actually, the next one I like to bring in is Kartigeya. There's a whole lot of them that virtually move in tandem, move together, and then clear our body. You'll discover a lot of them, my dear. Don't worry. It's still in the beginning of the journey. Yes, Nadia, my old friend.
Greetings, Shri Param.
Greetings.
Lovely to be with you. It's been a long time since we have met.
How many years ago is that now?
2008, we were met.
Wow. That is a long time ago.
Yeah, that is in 18, it was 10 years, and so it's 14 years. So, much of my life changed since then. But and now you are in my house, I am in my van, and this is my life, and it's a beautiful life. I live as a psychotherapist and a healer and a shamanic healer and a spiritual guide as well. So my question to you is really one that is, I think, a central question in the metaverse and the reality of being a human being, and that is about emotion. The question is, it's the big one. How do you just understand emotion to sit in the picture of human beings? Because to be a full-bodied human being, one must as well feel our emotions as well as our incredible minds and as well as our beautiful bodies. We must also have that emotional quality to the experience of life. So my question is that there is an important process of clearing away emotion in the teachings and in other medicine that I work with. So I want to know from you then, what is the higher form of emotion? Because I imagine that your teachings are saying, okay, we start from that microcosmic human being, but we also transcend that and we connect with the higher realm of the highest form of consciousness, which also holds that emotional relationship. So I'm really interested in hearing about how on one side you could say maybe simple everyday human emotion, which can be very toxic and can have a lot of trauma laced into it. And on the other side, you have the other kind of emotion that comes with a powerful spirit, a powerful energetic presence in life.
Yeah.
Is there a relationship that you would identify as important here?
There is a huge relationship between both of them. The essence is this: the toxic part of it is because of our programming, not our nature. Our nature, we are beautiful. We're absolutely divine. But the thinking, the way we use our emotion is the toxic part of it. So to get rid of the toxic part of it, you have to get rid of the emotions in the cellular memories, so that then you can express emotion in a better way. But then you also have to open up. You got to get to touch your spirit. You see, one of the fundamental things is our spirit is not even allowed to express itself. Our ego does all the expressions. So we need to go beyond the ego doing the expression and go into that spirit expressing itself. But for the spirit to express itself, we need to get rid of the emotional memories that we have in our body. That also limits our divine expression of emotions. That is love, that is touch, that smell, that beauty, enjoying all the beauty of everything around us. The thing that limits us from that beauty is our emotions. which are related to our cellular memories. So we cannot get rid of, any amount of visualization, thinking, whatever, is not going to move the emotion that easily. Visualization is important, but it still needs the memories in the your cellular memories to be got rid of. And then you got to reprogram your DNA again to get back into that beautiful self you were born to be. That is another process. This is why we do mantras. Again, doing mantras, singing mantras and doing real mantras is two different things. You can sing mantras for 20,000 years, nothing will happen. You can do mantras according to frequency. You find that you will enjoy your being a lot faster. Does that answer your question?
Yes, I appreciate your answer. So I think I heard that yes, the mantra chanting can help us to transcend that, the programming. I'm sorry.
Did you hear about it, or you know about it?
Oh wow. Maybe you can tell, because I think I know. Can you perceive?
No. The question is this: a lot of people have this, have a concept about mantras between I heard or I know.
Oh, well, I know. What do I have to say? But then, that's very much I, and I'm not really
Yeah.
interested in doing that. I just am being. And
Yeah.
the whole I thing is like, okay, then as soon as you start using that, then it sounds like you're on an ego trip, and I'm not going to really go there. So all I have to say is this, the beauty, the emotional beauty that I experience is the one where it is in dancing, it's in the wind, it's in music, it's in the ecstatic joy connection to all that exists. And it's from there that the real true living experiences that I receive.
Do you know that most of it is it's sound based? When you move, the sound of the wind,
yes.
okay? When you dance, when you listen to music, there's a certain underlining effect that the music has on you.
Yes.
Okay? They all give you the essence of joy. Can we be joyful all the time? That's the question. Does our joyfulness all day exist? Or do we go through a lot of different emotional swings? Like being angry, being joyful, being this, being that. To curtail that and to get into the stage of being joyful most of the time, then you need to get rid of your cellular memories. So that would depend on what you think how you can get rid of cellular memories. And what I think is a good way of getting rid of cellular memories. For me, mantras is the way. But frequency-based mantras, not joyful singing wave mantras.
No, I hear that, and my experience of taking the mantras into my life were that they became a very beautiful connection with my daily practice. Another daily practice I have done for 30 years now, which is psychotherapy. So that's 24/7, no holidays. Work on oneself, and then the clearing is done, and mine is 30 years long, and it's my sacred practice. So all of these beautiful connections, resonances have supported me through my journey. And the last time you and I met, or when I started to practice this work, was about 15 years ago. And so it's part of the sacred, you know, my shamanic name is Wind Horse, because I understand the connection of the wind and the resonances of the voice, the resonances of vibration that we live in. It's part of the reality of us. But
Yeah.
then, you know, this isn't really about me. It's just a question about what was going on in you, that I wanted to know.
No, a question is this.
The central pathway.
Within every question is always there's an element of me in it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of the central questions, is working with my emotions and my traumas. And then where do I go with my emotions? Because the journey is an emptying journey. And I'm not saying that I'm still seeking, because I don't feel like I'm seeking. I have always been a seeker. But what I'm saying is that I have found other beauties have come in,
We never
have
stop.
emptied.
I don't think we ever stop being seekers.
Yes.
Until the day of Samadhi, we always seekers. If you stop seeking, then you're dead. Yeah.
But you
So
can also
seeking,
die without being a seeker.
yeah, amen. Oh, yeah.
Don't become a seeker.
Nah. Be a seer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maria.
All right. I just wanted to share, Babaji,
Yeah.
and I wanted to share this with, you know, on Nadia's behalf. This is because the discussion was emotions.
Mm.
In astrology, we know that the moon is the representation of emotions, because the moon does not give any light. It simply reflects.
Yeah.
So the beauty of knowing this is that when we reflect on our emotions, and we reflect, we process those feelings, I think that the moon is a representation of the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is like a deep lake. And if I throw a big rock in that deep lake, we know the sediment will come from the bottom to the surface. And the beauty of mantras is it helps loosen things up. And I just wanted to share that, is it helps loosen the emotions and the feelings and the thoughts from deep within and make it rise right out. And I just wanted to share my thoughts with you.
You're very right. It does really work very strongly. And anyone has any other questions?
Greetings, everyone. Vanakam. Greetings, Shri Param.
I got to sit sideways to see you.
Oh, really? Oh, hold on. I didn't know my camera was sideways this whole time. Sorry. Yes, so I didn't really have a question. I think I just really want to express gratitude and say thank you. I know I've been following some Vedic astrology. So the guy was talking about Saturn just went into Aquarius. So he was like, this is the time to listen to the speech of the guru. He's like, this is the time to get important messages from the guru. And he's talking about, because Jupiter was in Pisces, like this is like a really special time. So I just feel grateful to have this opportunity, because everyone doesn't have the opportunity to interact with a literal guru in this way. So I just want to say thank you to Babaji, Shri Param, and everyone for being here. Yes.
Pleasure. Thank you for being here. Shakti.
I've been thinking a lot about you, because these past 2 weeks I couldn't be here because I was planning this retreat from rebirthing retreat, and 3 days of having this activity that is a ritual that is called Temazcal. It comes from the indigenous Lakota indigenous, and it crossed like all the South American, Central American, and North American. This is a ritual that all these pueblos, towns, do here to rebirth from the womb of the womb. It says womb. I did say correctly. Of the Mother Earth, of the Divine Mother. So ask Divine Mother permission to practice the Bija mantras into the womb, into the ritual. And we have a lot of chantings about indigenous chantings, and you cross 4 doors to open to rebirth. Yeah, so you go to from your childhood, the adolescencia, the young, the adults, and then when you are rebirthing. I wanted to share this with you because I just felt the presence of Kali, of Durga. I know you can feel this because sometimes you cannot say this, but I can I can say to you that I felt that the mother Kali like join me all the time. I felt the strong of Durga goddess, the Kali goddess, like within me, like giving me this strong I don't know, spiritual warrior goddess strongness, I don't know how to say, to do the other ritual, because the day I was going to start my retreat, I started like feeling this. I have been feeling this when I do spiritual rituals with the Sierra Nevada abuelos or different things that are trying to help Mother Earth regreen the planet and things like that. And I always feel this come on, like a little bit like of tension. I just surrendered to the action I was doing. I will give my all with all the love I have, and I was all the time with you. I was like trying to be connected with you, and you were in my blessings, in my petitions. I was so thankful in the ritual, and you came also in this moment of the ritual. There was like 11 women healing their womb, rebirthing, with the company of 3 men that join us into the ritual. And I did the Bija mantras. I did Shri, cream, because we were in the river, next to the river. And I just want to just say thank you, because the connection of the 2 things, with being in the heat, because it's a little sauna that where you put rocks and things to, and you come stones, very, very heated stones, and then you put water into them and start like all the vapors start to expanding, and we start to toning in the right frequencies, the mantras. So I want to say thank you so much. I really connect with I can like embody the goddess and feel the messages, the information, the yes you are doing, yes you need to connect with the earth and transmute everything, because you have this proposal, this mission that you are doing very well, and I felt you as part of my of this process. So I just want to share the power of the mantras again, and the connection with the information that the goddess brings into your heart.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, before we go, there's one thing. If we want to heal Mother Earth, we got to plant a lot of trees. And thank you everyone for being here. May the Divine Mother give you inner strength to follow your path. Vanakkam.